Well, Wagwan land of peace and love, people. Every time me listen to the news, the situation, the police, the civilians, the treatment, the disrespect, the physical signs of police brutality, the violence and crime, the corrupt system, both politician and criminal activities, the injustice, the ruthlessness of the police on the island is not pretty. As citizens of Jamaica, we the people will wonder, what's next? What should we do? Do we have rights? Do we have anyone to protect us from the brutality of the police? It's very puzzling and it's very disheartening, and you wonder why people, when they travel, leave Jamaica and go to abroad, they don't want to come back to all the nonsense and the stuff that's happening in the country, right in the eyes of our government. And it's like the police, they just take the law into their own hands, and it's okay to do whatever they want to do with people. It's not right, and it's disheartening, and people want to come home, but they don't want to come home to the injustice. No, in this particular segment that I'm discussing right now, it's mainly about the people, the market people, the people that sell on the street. Now, mind you, I don't condone violence, and I don't like the fact that the market people, sell in the street and sell wherever, they feel like. I'm not saying that they should. That should not. They shouldn't do that. They need to obey the law and abide by the rules as well. But what I'm seeing, all over the news is that police and soldiers felt like it's okay to disrespect an older woman, like a grandmother that is trying to sell on the street. Like I said, I know they should obey the rules and abide by the law. That's the period. They should do that. But if say something like that is happening and the police come on scene and seeing that happen, I don't believe a police officer should be beating a grandmother, pushing down her on the ground, handcuffing her and disrespecting her as if he does not have a mother. It shouldn't be like that. There should be warning. They should be taken to court. They should be dealing with these kind of situation inside court, and then these people probably will learn their lesson and don't do it again. That's what I'm talking about when I said the brutality and of the Jamaican people, the civilians there. It shouldn't be like that. Police has no right taking up the law in their own hands like they are judge, jury, and executioner on people's life. You don't do that. People are innocent until proven guilty. They don't have no right to use a baton and beating people. They don't have no right to jump on somebody. And one of the other thing I noticed, these younger police boys calling a grown man boy, go over there, sir. Boy, turn up over there, sir. Boy, you know who you are talk to. Boy, this shouldn't be. Respect is due. Respect is respect. You don't go around talking to people boy, especially when they're grown folks and you're a young boy yourself. You don't go around and call grown folks boy. That's disrespectful. Your mama raised you better than that, I'm sure. Why do you feel like it's okay for you to go look at a grown man and call a grown man boy? Have some respect. Respect is not given, it's earned. Remember that. Now, we all know that it's very hard in the sun working, planting your garden, working in your field every day. Sometimes you can barely find food to eat. Sometimes your garden they far. Sometimes you have to walk miles. Sometimes you have to beg a ride for go, which by your bush there, because based on the fact say, you maybe rent a piece of land from, somebody, and you work it for try if you make ends meet. You have children for go to school. You have all of these responsibility and these expenses, these rents, tax, all of these, necessary essentials that you have to take care of throughout the year. No, like I said before, I'm not saying that people have a right to go out there and go selling at the street like that. That's not what I'm saying. You all know the rules and you need to follow the rules. I cannot stress on that anymore. But when I was there in Jamaica not too long ago, I noticed the police come down and they caught some other, folks there selling their produce into the street, on the street side, not necessarily into the street, but on the street side, and the police came down and I noticed what they were doing. Then come in there and it's like them mash up the cart, some good old nice yellow yam and all these things mash up in it. I think then took the yellow yams and stuff and put them in the back of their vehicle. And I'm like, okay, since you took, now that you took those yams and stuff, now what the heck are you going to do with those yams that those people worked so hard to plant? They took the yams away, and you notice what I noticed? They took the yellow yam, all the yellow yams off the cart and leave the other produce there. So I guess they need I don't know, the yellow yam seems like it's more of value to them. They probably want it. What do they do with it? I don't know. But they mess up the cart. All the other foods and stuff, produce was on the ground, and they beat up the Rasta guy, and they hit him in the mouth, and they just disrespect him and took his yam. They took the yam. And I'm like, what the heck? And that's what spurred me on to do this, because I'm like, since you don't have no right taking their possessions, I think it's you take them to court and have them deal with the situation inside court and let the justice system deal with that. You're here to protect and serve us, not to not to do us like this, not to beat us, because we still need those market people. We still need to produce. We still need yams. We still need all the stuff that you can buy. Now, living in the States here, I cannot find a piece of yam. I cannot find cocoa. I can't find dasheen. I cannot find none of those things. None of those things. I have to wait until I go to Jamaica to buy these produce. And seeing the police officer disrespecting civilians like that, I don't feel like that should be. They said Black Life Matters, but I felt like we black people chastise each other in such a way that it's ridiculous, and it's just merciless, and it's just constantly, black people are constantly chastising each other. Now, if Black Life Matter, then how can we cannot just talk about things without the violence and the disrespect? It doesn't make sense to me, and it's just inhumane. People, the island is in a major downfall. The country cannot rise under this kind of pressure. Bad law enforcement leaving other country to look down on our small, sweet, beautiful, lush green Jamaica. It looked to me that to be black and poor, or young and poor, or just poor in a whole, is a crime. It's a crime. We as citizens of Jamaica, it seems like we cannot defend ourselves from the policeman or the police in a whole, because once you open your mouth and try to defend yourself, all of a sudden you get slapped in your mouth, you get disrespect, because police don't want you to disrespect them, but it's okay for you for them to disrespect you. You understand me? So you can't open your mouth to defend yourself, because right away then demand respect, and it's like they want you, once you see them show up with them gun and them things, them weapon, you're supposed to stand at, and at attention and respect them, when them not show none to you. Man, woman, boy, girl, young, old, it doesn't really matter. Show me respect, because me have the gun, me have the authority, and me can beat you down. That's just basically what it is, You don't have no talk. You can't defend yourself, or you can't defend anybody else. You can't talk, but you can't talk. You get lick in your mouth quick with them gun, and then on top of it, then call you boy and disrespect you. Me, a police already tell man, say, yo, you want your life? If you want your life, run. Which police office? I mean, them the police, those are thugs with guns. Thugs. Those are not police officers, because police don't disrespect people in way, and police don't do that. You want your life, boy? If you want your life, run. Which police do things like that? I do not understand, those kind of behavior. And I, to be honest, I know that the gang violence, I understand that gang violence, it needs to stop. It needs to, it's run rampant in Jamaica, and to be honest, I don't want to talk as if I'm bashing the police, because I'm not bashing all of them. There are good cops and bad cops. We want police around. We need police for protect us and all of that. When we, in certain situation, we need to be able to call them and they come and help us. But I think the system need to crack down on those police that wave them weapon over people and show off with it and turn around and disrespect people and tell you, if you want your life, run. You shouldn't. There's no police officer should ever look at you and tell you, boy, if you are a woman or a girl, if you want your life, run. You don't threaten people. Those are threats, and those are we call them now gang. Make you feel afraid or basically intimidate people to scare them when you see them come around. Even as little kids, I remember as when we were young, we used to run from police. Once we see them show up in the community, we run because, that's the kind of fear, Crime is very ugly, man. It's ugly, especially when our own police create these kind of situation and then innocent people get blamed for it. You understand? So crime is very ugly and people are not safe anymore. Police, graduate and then come a road and hype up with the gun upon people as if the gun of them bucketive and people are just some form of alien or come from some different planet universe, and so they with upon constant beat down. That's what we're gonna do. You open them out, boy, you get beat. That's just basically where these thugs in a uniform behave. This is not normal, and that's not how policing should be. That's the form of hyping and abusing the system. They abuse the fact them are police and them just are grown and flex up on people. And if anybody talk up for themselves, then beat them down. That's not right, man. That's definitely not right. Listen, my man. The law not only set for citizens alone, it's set for police as well. So if the police do something bad, they should be reprimanded for their actions. And a lot of them are not being reprimanded, which is it don't set a good example at all. You're doing something bad, you need to be reprimanded for your actions. Yeah, you can't enforce the law while you don't follow. You don't follow laws, you don't follow the guidelines and proper protocol. You terrorize, you want people to respect when you don't respect anybody. Basically, my advice to the market people, just listen, follow the rules and the laws. You don't know, the road is small already, and we don't have big old major road down there where once you're up on the sidewalk and you pack up the sidewalk like that, the only thing left for people to do is walk out on the street, and you have to use your common sense and understand, say, that can't happen. So, you need to sell your things, and you need to juggle and hustle and all and something to make your honest bread, but you have to follow the rules. So that's just what me I tell you as a warning, because this added layer of bad behavior from the police is insane. So keep on the safe side. Yeah, keep on the safe side, yeah, man, because I don't know what's wrong with these people today and this police, and think it's okay to treat people so wrong, like animals. Not even animals don't even deserve to be treated them type of way, yeah, The thing is this, a poorly trained police will never learn. And I understand that more hate is being directed to the police officers every day because of the way how, they handle situations these days. But they need to think before they act and remember that we're all humans. There are bad people out there, yes, but not all deserve to be treated that way. People are innocent until proven guilty. No matter what they do, they're innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, police don't get to be judge, jury, and executioner over people's life. You don't get to execute people just because you feel like it. You don't get to execute people just because you have a gun for flash over their head every day. And so you go. Good people shouldn't be hunted every day in their own community just because police feel like do that. You understand? When the real bad man they out there I rob, rape, trafficking, and I do a whole multitude of things and getting away with it every day, scotch free. This is sad, and it hurt my heart to hear and see these kind of things on the news. They need to stop hurting people and detaining people on frivolous reasons, and then the whole thing escalate, and end in a senseless death. This is too much, man. This is too much. It's too much, man.